Good morning, everyone. Myself, Tejas Vaiti, on behalf of Kirin Advisors. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to Beyond the Numbers Value Discovery Summit 2025, powered by Value Educator and co-powered by Kirin Advisors. Today marks the final day of our three-day summit, featuring a powerful lineup of focused management meetings to conclude the journey on a high note. We continue with our second interaction of the day with KRN Heat Exchanger and Refrigeration Limited. From the management team, we have with us Mr. Santosh Kumar Yadav, Chairman and Managing Director of the company. Good morning, sir. Welcome. We also have Mr. Jitendra Kumar Sharma, Company Secretary. Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Very good morning, madam.
From Value Educator team, we have with us Mr. Praneeth Jagadi. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone.
With that, now I hand over the floor to Mr. Praneeth. Over to you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Again, a very warm good morning to everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Before we begin, a quick introduction of the company. Incorporated as a specialized thermal engineering company, KRN Heat Exchanger and Refrigeration manufactures fine and tube heat exchangers and a wide range of thermal solution for the HVAC and refrigeration industry. The company design and supply heat exchangers used in heating, cooling, and fluid transfer application across sectors such as oil and gas, chemical, power, industrial, refrigeration, and HVAC. Its product portfolio includes condenser coils, evaporator coils, fluid and steam coils, bar and plate heat exchangers, roll bond evaporators, and customized oil cooling units supported by in-house sheet metal and copper components manufacturing. The company positions itself as a comprehensive solution provided for diverse thermal management needs. With this, I conclude the company overview. I now hand over the stage to Mr. Santosh. Over to you, sir.
So, good morning, all. So, what needs said, so I'm just adding. So, basically, our like existing product or maybe all product is mainly fin and tube type. Maybe you all know, and we in the rest of all we maybe aware you about that. And recently, we started our new subsidiary 100%. It's called KRN HVC Products Private Limited. It's starting 31st of May this year. And we already started production of fin and tube there and additional to other products. So, other products, other type of heat exchanger is called bar and plate heat exchanger. Then we added refrigerator heat exchanger. So, we mainly use in refrigerator. It's one of type like aluminum and then roll bond and then WOT condenser. So they are also used in chest freezer, deep freezer, and a bottle cooler. Other than we added complete refrigeration equipment like audio and IDO, and other than this like cold room, these complete big machines, and then dryer coolers. And also we added one technical tool which mainly used in water cooled chillers. And other than this, we are going to add one another different type of heat exchange called MCHX, like micro channel, mainly used in as of now in automotive air conditioning, but now it's already starting using in HVAC industry as well because copper price is going up. So industry is now thinking to use some alternate heat exchanger. So parallelly, especially in data center, they already started to use. So this new facility is still some construction work is going on. Hopefully by the end of this month or early next month it will be finished, and then we are going to inaugurate our new facility in early March. And already production is started in all component wise, but some office work and some outer area construction is still pending. So once it's finished, then we will go for inauguration, and we also invite to our all investor. And result we already declared last, and then after that we did the call also. After this result, of course, we will do another con call. So about also, I think I'm going to add one another things. We recently added one new products line. It's called complete bus air conditioning as well. So we did one BTA, business transfer agreement, with one of the company, and we merged this business in our existing HVAC products primary subsidiary. So we already started the production for bus air conditioning as well, but now we are doing some moderation in the assembling line and some ordered some additional equipment. So we are going to receive maybe by February or early March. So this year you can say we are going to set our service center, team, and production setup for this new segment. And next year we are going to achieve some good numbers from bus air conditioning as well. In terms of backward integration, so we have complete backward integration for bus air conditioning in terms of like sheet metal component, then FRP component, and then tubing, and of course heat exchanger and wire harness we will do in-house, and the compressor and blowers we will take from outside and we will do the assembly. And so this month also we are going to do some billings, particular from this business as well. So I think rest maybe if I'm something missed, maybe we can ask in question answer. I will reply.
Thank you so much, Santosh sir, for this brief overview. Participants, the floor is now open for Q&A. You can raise your hand or drop your questions in the chat box. Manish sir, please go ahead with your questions. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much for hosting the call. First of all, Mr. Yadav, very good morning to you and your team. I understand that we have completed major Capex program for setting up the new plant, and now we are aiming for 20% capacity utilization F26, then 50%, then 80%. That is what we are aiming for. So, first of all, could you talk about the capabilities built for business development, both domestic and international market, in terms of team, size, and whether those things are in place, and now it is time of execution. So where we are in terms of ramping of the plant, and secondly, if you can talk about the customer addition to achieve that outcome, it will be grateful for us to understand how we can ramp up the new facility and ultimately result into better earnings in times to come.
Yes. So now we updated our website as well. So a few of our leaders we updated as well on website also. So maybe you can check our website. And we are going to add one another websites for bus air conditioning business that is under construction. This will be like krnsph.com, but our KRN heat exchange is already updated. So our leaders is there. So we added one president level leadership for our exports that is with us now since last 3 months, and he already visited Europe and USA. So he had already experience on similar products, especially for fin and tube. Other than also we added one president for food and non-food for refrigerator and dry air cooler business. And also we have three promoter, or maybe now is main leader for bus air conditioning business, two for sales, one for operation. And also we added almost 10 people till now in sales for bus air conditioning. And also we added for one senior manager for bar and plate, and also added for our fin and tube two sales manager. So now we increase our sales. If you compare to last 6 months, I think we already added almost more than 20 people in sales. Other than sales, also we added in operations and other design segments. So as of now, or till now, I think we have, I think daily it's increasing, but if you compare to for 2 days, around 1,200 people on board, including contractual and company. About products, already I said already started production for all components, and billing already started from last quarter, so that you can see in quarter to quarter result. Of course, it will be ramp up. And secondly, customer, because earlier we have only one product, but now we have multiple products. So now is average around 5 to 6 customer we are going to add on board each month since the last 6 months. So that is also in process. And of course, now facility is almost completed in terms of manpower hiring and process setup, quality audits, and some small equipment also in place. So now it's time to, of course, ramp up of the production, and then you will see in coming quarter results.
Yeah, like just to understand the execution part much deeper, like the when we envisage this Capex program, and we put around 350 crores for this plant, and we are aiming 6x of revenue from that Capex. So if you talk about 2, 3 risks which can challenge our execution, what are those risks, and how you what measures we are taking to mitigate those risks internally so that we can handle better than competitors?
No, I think risk time now is over. Earlier, of course, we have some risk from this NGT like pollution grab side because we are foul in NCR, but now it's all construction only completed and we only started our production. So in terms of scalable the products, of course, industry is growing, particularly in our segment, especially in commercial range, 20 to 25% in India. So we are going to achieve from 20 25% growth from our existing customer. Then we are going to add some new customer from India as well. And then we are going to achieve additional customer from export as well. And then we are going to achieve sales from our additional product, like what product we already added. And especially for bus air conditioning, if you see market size is quite good in India as of now, 1,000 crore in India, and it's growing 20 to 25% year on year. And only three company major supplying in this segment. One is MNC, one is joint venture with one Indian company, and one is as Indian company completely. So in terms of backward integration, we are on top, particular that product, and we have like experienced team almost 20 years for that segment in service and of course sales. So that we already started. Other than of course, one risk in terms of duty, you can say from North America is there, 52%. So there is some new development you can say on the coast, but to mitigate that, we already added this complete HVAC system for bus air conditioning so that we can achieve from this segment. And we are also expecting this duty structure will solve in next coming 2 3 weeks. I'm not sure, but we are hoping it will solve.
Okay. The second factor which is moving in your business is the raw material prices, aluminum and copper prices going up. So this will have two implications for our business. First is the price hike we have to take to absorb the increase RM basket. And the second is the high working capital with the same volume of.
So first, I always said this working cap, no, this copper and aluminum, of course, price is always change. So we have mechanism like do last 3 month average or like last quarter average, we apply for next quarter. So sometime you can say 1 or 2% in a particular quarter, but of course we will recover in next quarter because we not do project work. So we have rolling order from same customer. And our cost structure like that, we apply for average of copper LME and then aluminum LME and USD to INR conversion. So all three things we change next quarter. So you can say now from 1st of January, our price will change, and then 1st of April also will again change. So if some quarter we have dip like 1%, then of course we can recover in the next quarter. Other than this, we always keep inventory 2 and 2.5 months and the 1 month transit time, so that also not affect to us immediately if price goes up. Working capital side is still there is challenge because earlier we are keeping inventory for our one only product for fin and tube heat exchanger, but now we have to keep inventory for other product what we already added, and they are going to ramp up. So, but first we have to build the inventory for all components. So we have like this system is called SAP S/4HANA. And in that system, we had like a minimum level stock of each component. So now number of child part and basic raw material has increased. So inventory also going to increase. Other side, this IGT or plane have government some BIS regulations. So for that's also we increase because some domestic also started manufacturing, especially for copper tube. This mud tube is one Malaysian company. They did the joint venture with Adani, and the other one is Hindalco going to start. But we thought once they will settle at least 6 months in India market, then we are start to buying from them. So we started development, but not majorly quantity. Still, we are buying a major quantity from import side. And once they will, so maybe next 6 to 8 months inventory will be, of course, will maybe similar or little up, not settle down going south. Going side. So after 6 months, we are going to, once we start from local copper tube and aluminum foil, then it will be maybe slightly downside.
But very quickly, like currency, because INR is also depreciated, so you have a higher imported cost of material, but you will have export also. So net we are okay, or there is some kind of impact to us, our P&L?
Domestic, we apply like USD to INR also in our cost sheet, so there will be no impact. And of course, export side, we will have benefit. So we in KRN injection we have USD to USD account, so we always receive in USD and we pay in USD only. So there will be no conversion charge. But however, for in term of as a exporter, and if they compare to other country, then of course it's good for us for export business.
And sir, lastly, you talk about the data center, like Google is setting up data center in Visakhapatnam. Last time in the call, you talk about 50,000 crores of investment, and the heat exchanger demand will be around 1,000 to 1,500 crores kind of, and we will share 50% share. That is, we are not aiming for that. How much we achieve, the time will tell. The point is, how the inquiry, has the inquiry started? Who are the other player who will try to capture that opportunity? Can you talk about that thing?
So majorly, all aware ki data center in next 5 year, I think going to expand at least 3 lakh crore Indian rupees for data center, and of course the total cost of this project maybe 15% or 20% belongs to HVAC system, and then again 10 to 15% for our heat exchanger. And based on our capability, based on our infrastructure and capacity, we believe we are going to receive around 50%. So if you talk about five or maybe seven top company who they are making for HVAC system for data center. So except one, we are working with all, and one major company we are not working yet, but we are approaching or they are approaching. So maybe next, hopefully 6 to 8 weeks, our vendor code also will open particular that company, and rest 80 to 90% players who are working for this. So we are already working them. So we believe they will receive order from domestically from data center, and then of course we are working with them already. So that's why we are hoping we also will going to receive. So as of now, we are going to receive a regular order from them. So one of them we received one major order. Is major for us, not for them actually. If you like earlier, they are buying for 1 million, and now they offered us or already PO for 1 million USD, something like that. So it means their capacity is double, and we receive 100% from them. So it will, I think, take time from now, I think 6 to 8 months to ramp up that particular segment, because once they have finished their project, then they start for ordering to them, and then they will order, of course, will come to us. So it will take time. So it's target to next 5 year, this total revenue.
Thank you so
Okay, sir.
much.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you,
thank you.
Minister.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hitaji, please go ahead. Kindly unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, Santosh sir, and to your team. I just wanted to carry on with the questions that the previous participant had asked. On the gross margin side, can we expect the margins to remain at some 27-28% level, or is that on the higher end for us?
So for heat exchanger, it will be remain same for our existing product and in heat exchanger, but other product like bar and plate is slightly up, then bus is also slightly up, but refrigerator is slightly down. So if you compare to our existing, so it will maybe for next 6 months it will remain same, and then slightly will up because in HVAC, we have now overhead and depreciation is quite high, but that we will cover from incentive. So next year we will have PLI 5%, and hopefully next 4 to 6 weeks we are going to receive approvals from RIPS. So this also will 1.5% we will going to receive from RIPS for state government. So if I add this both incentive only from one central government, one state government, so that will be maybe cover our overhead and depreciation from new unit, and we will able to sustain, or we will able to increase slightly for sure.
So is it fair to understand that FY26 will be similar to FY25, but starting FY27, our margins will keep improving, with each passing year?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. And so, do you have any target, revenue share from exports over the next 2 to 3 years in your mind?
So, what product we added new? Of course, we start from domestic market and then slowly we'll go to export market. But for our existing product, fin and tube, we are planning or targeting at least 50% revenue from export in next 2.5 years.
Okay, so that's amazing to know. And do we have any specific market, any specific overseas market that we are targeting?
Yeah, for Europe and of course North America we are targeting. So Europe we are targeting heat pump, especially for this R290 refrigerant propane, and the USA of course heat pump as well as refrigeration and then data center.
Okay. And so, just last question, I believe in one of the con calls you had mentioned that KRN is considering setting up a new facility in South India. Is there any progress or update on the same?
So it's still under discussion. So hopefully next couple of weeks we will conclude because south side we have already in good amount of billing, and our some big of customer they are asking to come to near us to save the logistic and packing cost. And for bus air conditioning also, freight cost is quite high. So we are thinking to put one small or maybe 4 to 5 acre facility in South India to like man control from the here. So only manufacturing facility, and as a warehouse we can start in South India for bus air conditioning and fin and tube.
Okay, so it will be a warehouse and not a manufacturing
No, no,
facility.
no, it's manufacturing come warehouse.
Okay, okay. Do we have any timeline on that, or is that only in the initial phases currently?
No. So next 4 to 6 weeks we'll conclude and then let you know.
Okay, so in the Q3 con call, you would have more information on that?
I think so.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Uh, Ms. Sonali, please go ahead. Kindly unmute yourself.
Hi, Saloni here. Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So my question is, we had visibility of two big opportunities. One was data center, which I've already talked about. Second was district cooling centers. Is that how that opportunity is unfolding? By when and what kind of targets does KRN hold in this segment?
So I said before also in district cooling, actually this concept is new for India. So I think it's still not photo is made and going to maybe not started. So maybe I think going to start. But we call it a commercial product, or you can say commercial complete product. So yeah, as a heat exchanger manufacturer, so in district cooling also our heat exchanger will use. So it's I don't know what concept they are going to build this by water cooled chiller or air cooled chiller or dry air cooler. That concept is still we are not aware, but whatever concept will come for district cooling. So we believe as heat exchanger, like because especially they need big size heat exchanger, and our market or our place in officially big heat exchanger. So that market also will come to us. But as of now, we don't have data and we don't have inquiry.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Hardik, please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Audible?
Yes, yes.
Hi, sir. So just wanted to know two things. As I read more about the data center cooling, they use more water cooling systems, right? And as I could see, our products are mix of water as well as air cooling. So from a technology standpoint, do we have the capabilities for water cooling system? Just wanted to know more.
No, so water cooling, you can understand like that. Ki backside it should be chiller. So by chiller maybe can be two type. One is air cooled and one water cooled. So, but they have to use heat exchanger as well. And then this water come to indoor unit as is a coolant or refrigerant, you can say. So we already supplying same coil to our existing data center partners. They use called indoor unit, and the circulation is the water inside.
Understood. And to understand more, because majority contracts will be received by the OEMs. So, is there any list of the OEMs we are tied up with? Because I can see there's a customer list, but any specific OEMs? Because I think Vertiv as well as Schneider Electric, these are big players in this field. So we are already tied up with Schneider. So any guidance on that?
So if you see the list of top 10 data center manufacturers, so number one is of course Schneider Electric globally. So Schneider, we are supplying to them for as a major or single for India market, and also we already started supplying to Europe to Schneider for particular data center. Second is Vertiv. So Vertiv is still our discussion. We already received the RFQ, so it's under discussion. So hopefully we are believe our vendor code will open soon in Vertiv as India. Third largest is stools. So we already supplying to stools to India. Is our existing customer since last 3 years. Fourth is retail. So retail, they are not making good quantity in India, but making other parts. So we already have our vendor code, and we are on sample stage or some small order we already received from retail. Fifth one is Daikin, but Daikin not doing data center in major in India. So, but Daikin is our major customer, of course. Then sixth one is the Mitsubishi Electric. So Mitsubishi we call is Clement as well. So Clement is also our customer. We are supplying to their Bangalore facility. And fourth one is the Aztec, so they are not exist in India. And eighth one is also Johnson Control, they also not exist in India. And then ninth one is Nortec, so we are also discussing with them for North America. Other than this, maybe 11th or 12th, this Legrand and Modin, so they also ask sample. We only supplying sample to them. They approved, so they are going to build, I think, their India facility soon. So, but they already approved our product as well. So this is only for data center cooling.
Thank you so much, sir. So, but just to understand more, how will the production and the billing work? Because these companies have a plan to build data centers by 2030, right? So, when will the orders start flowing in? What will be the execution timeline? If you could just help understand that.
So I don't have exact roadmap or their execution plan, but it's works as a like that. Ki once they maybe ground ceremony, then they start of course construction. So it may be sometime is high rise or sometime maybe parallel. So they receive order floor wise. So once like first floor will complete, then they parallelly they order to OEM for HVAC system. So their lead time I think also sometime maybe 20 week or 30 week. And once they receive orders, then they offer heat exchanger to us, and then parallelly they order to their compressor or fan as well. So then execution is going to start. So as per my personal opinion, this big investment, I think after 1 year execution will start, and then slowly ramp up will floor wise will start the whole HVAC and as well as construction.
Understood. So, and just one last clarification where we mentioned that there is approximately 3 lakh crore opportunity, out of which 15% is coming to HVAC, and we are planning to get 50% of that or a smaller amount. So, indirectly, as per your words, like 15% of 3 lakh crore is 45,000 crore opportunity. And so, are we indirectly targeting a 20,000 crore opportunity?
No, 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 no. So 15,000 is for complete HVAC system. So I believe total HVAC system is around 50,000 crore, and then 5 to 15% of it external value. So total, if gross is 5 to like or 6 to 7,000 crore of it exchanger. So out of the 50%, we are believe we are going to receive. So around 3,000 to 2,005 crore like that.
So, but then then from a revenue visibility standpoint, wouldn't we have like a plateau after a point? Because already the amount of capex we are done, we are ready for a 2 to 2400 crores from the existing capacity, right? We can do a 2400 crore top line from the new capacity and the existing one, right? So if we are saying that if we are just targeting roughly 3000 crore in data centers, then for the other segments, they would also need to ramp up and provide us revenue visibility for a long term period, because as per my understanding, these are one time costs when it comes to data centers. So then once we capture that opportunity, then from a uh, growth as well as stability, what are our thoughts on that?
No, it's you cannot say ki it's parallel maybe because other OEM what they are going to receive. So of course, once they receive order, then we are going to receive. So what we build, so we like completely our utility side and of course building side we almost completed, and machinery what capacity we promise of course we completed, but that is also depend on particular geometry, particular tube size, and based on that design, and that's why we build our lab as well. So once we have orders for like clear visibility, so if we have to add some new machinery or some new equipment, of course we will add based on our customer response from their side. And what you said, so I think we never said is 2005 crore. I think is earlier once we have 300 crore something like that, then we believe Kiwi said 6x. So it will be less than 2000 crore of total capacity, but it can be increased if we going to make some complete product like bus air conditioning. So earlier we are not at it, but now we added. So it's because of backward integration, we have to use our heat exchanger and tube and sheet metal, but outer billing will be much bigger or maybe higher value compared to our existing product. So these things will change, but it's still what we said on remain on the same page, our going to use utilization of 20% and then 50% and then 80%. But if sometime maybe some product can be less, but other can be higher. But so if mix up, we are going to achieve what we said.
So, sorry. So, to understand more on this, just wanted to know your growth plan post 3 years, because I know till up to 2000 crore we can grow comfortably, right? But post that, do you think we will stagnate over there, or will there be growth going forward on that? Because again, as you rightly mentioned, sometimes some segments will perform more than others. For the next 4 to 5 years, you might get more orders from data centers, but those are one time costs, one time orders which you'll get, right? So post that, right, where do you see yourself growing?
No, our if you see our like legacy is not like that. Once we like when we started in 2018, so we started with one plot only, and then we started some couple of machinery. Then second year we added another land, another machine. So till now we completed 7 year, and now we have seven separate plots. So it means each year we bought one plots and we adding our capacity. Of course, last year we added big one like 20 acre. But till now, we have number of plots, we have seven only. So what customer need or what market need, based on that, we always invest in land and of course machine and equipment. Other side, we already entered in complete HVAC system, is bus air conditioning, and then second part of this industry is we are going to enter in Indian Railway, because we cannot enter directly in Indian Railway. So we have to make like some cab AC for them, and then it will take 2 or 3 years to enter in main AC like called LHVH, HVAC system. But through bus AC, once we complete 500 supply to OEMs, then based on that we can enter in Indian Railway. So our second target or on the same segment is complete HVAC system for Indian Railway, then battery management system complete, and of course, this dry air cooler and refrigeration for ammonia, and then complete product we already did our portfolio. So this complete assembly we are going to start, already started, and some other are going to start soon. And for that, we already developing our Pan India service for bus air conditioning, and they will do railway. And then if we are supplying some complete assembly, that same they will also take care.
Understood, sir. Thank you so much for the time and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hardik sir. Kapil sir, please go ahead.
Very good morning, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
Sir, just basically I'm new to the industry. I wanted to understand where do we stand in a kind of value chains. As per the discussions of previous speakers, I understand that we basically deliver HVAC kind of solutions to जहाँ पे हमको AC fittings और ये सब लगाना है, be it offices, be it data centers, फिर जैसे अभी आपने कहा बसेस के अंदर. सो सर जैसे एक और कंपनी है यूनाइटेड हीट एक्सचेंजर्स. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ कंपनीज वी टेक देयर हेल्प टू डेवलप आवरसेल्व्स. सर अब आप थोड़ा सा वैल्यू चेन्स के बारे में समझा पाए तो.
No, basic United is not in our industry. They also they in maybe in heat exchanger category, but heat exchanger also multiple types. So we make fin and tube. So fin and tube. So we always say our industry is called HVAC and R, like heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. But this what your company name? I forgot name.
United Heat.
Right. So they are making, I think, this cell and tube type
Hello.
detection. Yeah. So yeah. I am audible.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes.
sir, you are audible.
Like, they are making cell and tube type detection. So basically, cell and tube type is one of the type detection, but not used in HVAC and our industry. It's basically oil and gas and maybe chemical and then the different industry. Of course, this is the one of the biggest uses of detection, the cell and tube type. So they are mainly in this. But we are in HVAC and our industry, so heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. So whatever heating and cooling in any components, start from room air conditioning, water cooler, data center cooling, bus air conditioning, train, metro, heat pump, power plant cooling. So all applications. So mainly we do in bigger size, like we call say package air conditioning or commercial air conditioning. So our business is almost zero from room air conditioning.
Okay. Got it, sir. Thank you, sir. This is all from my side.
Thank you so much, Apar, sir. Dishan, please.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, am I audible, sir?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So you mentioned that we're targeting 50% of the export share in 2.5 years. So what sort of margin differential we see between exports and the domestic market?
So 50% actually I said 50% on our existing product. So
Yeah,
now
fin and tube. Yeah.
export actually also we are now serving almost three market. One is UAE side and then Europe and then USA. So UAE you can say ki compared to India we are slightly 1 or 2% up because in term of once we do supplying to export, so we can buy material duty free. Of course, if we use for India market, then we have to pay duty or additional cost for raw material. But for export, we can save that. Secondly, USD, of course, this we don't have any exchange. And then third one, we receive some small amount of incentive from government in term of road tax. And but Europe slightly up, and then USA as of now is the, you can say good one compared to domestic. We able to we able to receive some good numbers in term of percentage. Maybe you can say 4 to 5% we can expect from especially from USA and 2 3% from Europe and 1 to 2% from UAE compared to domestic.
Okay. And for this bus air conditioning segment, what is the sort of revenue we are factoring in for the next year, and what is the sort of margins we see here?
So margin is because it's the one type of complete assembly for complete HVAC system. So what I said in terms of backward integration, we have almost all component except compressor and blower and motor. Rest components we have in-house only. So compared to uh, maybe similar type of manufacturer, our margin slightly up because main product is heat exchanger, then FRP, wire harness, tubing, and sheet metal that we have in-house. So if you compare to our existing products, so it's of course gross margin is slightly up, and market size because this market is in India as of now is around 1,000 crore, and growth is 20 to 25% on same segment, conventional and electric bus air conditioning. So we are targeting 20% market share next year.
20% market share.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And for this, I just missed this point. So in Q2, I think our EBITDA margins were around 20%. So will we sustain this in the second half as well?
Yeah, this will be same for this both quarter, and then it will be slightly up from next year.
Okay, so 20% we can maintain.
Percentage I don't even in on hand, but what we are going to like achieve, so it will remain same.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. That's it from my side.
Thank you so much. Anirudh sir, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Anirudh.
Yes, sir. Sir, sorry if I missed this point, but on the capex as a holistic way, I think you mentioned we have already started 20% of the production on the new capex, on the new production facility. Um, if you can just enlighten on the next 2 years, when will we achieve around 85 or odd percent of our capacity? Because which is our current utilization of our current capacity. So by when can we achieve that at a broad numbers?
No, capacity utilization, we said 20%, around 20% we are going to achieve this year, and around 50% next year, and then 80% third year.
So FY 28 is when we plan to achieve or fully utilized our new capacity.
Yes.
And in number terms, what would that be?
A number I cannot share. Maybe you can maybe calculate by
I
yourself.
think you mentioned 6x of the production, or
Yes, 6x capacity compared to last year.
okay, understood. And at that levels also, I think you mentioned right now that margins would be approximately maintained as that of the Q2 20 odd percent.
The margin will be slightly up. So if you maybe see the next year, maybe revenue and then margins. So next year we are going to receive 5% from PLI, and 1 point on PLI will be only for heat exchanger production, and 1.56% RIPS we are going to receive on total top line from state government, and then we will have export slightly up. So we will have slightly up margins on export side. Also, we will have electricity cost will be less because we already have solar. So one already part is started, second part going to start in next 2 weeks. And
So any guidance on the percentage or the margins?
last one on new the subsidiary we will have, because main revenue will come from new subsidiary only. So new subsidiary we will have income tax also less 15%. As of now, 23%. So it will be other side depreciation and overhead will for sure increase. So 1 to 2% of for sure we will increase on existing.
Got it. Got it. All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Anirudh sir. Sridhar sir, please go ahead.
Good morning. Sir, how do you see the marine industry, like offshore and shipping? Is it in your basket in future, or you want to stick to the?
So marine, we are not supplying directly, but we are supplying indirectly. So some of player who work for marine, so we are supplying to them for heat exchanger. So with one player, we just started, I think 3 months back, business for marine application as well.
That's a high margin, right?
Compared to our existing, you can say slightly up. Yeah, because they are specification is quite strengthened and some special material. So of course, margin is slightly up.
So then, with your UAE business, how do you see Jamil as a competitor?
No,
Because Jamil is big in Middle East.
No, Jamil in India or Saudi?
Jamil in Middle East. You're entering into Middle
No,
East.
Jamil, I think is not our competitor, because they make, I think, complete HVAC products, and they are supplying to, especially in Saudi, I think. And we are not supplying to Saudi market. We are supplying to.
Jamil is big in EPC and offshore too.
So we are not on that segment. Even we supplying only 2, 3 customers to UAE only, and we are supplying only heat exchanger for FCU, for fan coil unit. And now we are going to start this package air conditioning, some heat exchanger as well. Even SKM also there, if you know, in UAE. So sometime they ask heat exchanger from us only, but they are also making heat exchanger in-house, and they are also similar to Jamil competitor, I think.
So how do you do service? You wanted to have a service because most probably in future, in the data centers and all, as a part of tender, they expect service team to be there.
Sunvi.
Service as
Sun-
a product,
No, service
like
actually.
post supply.
Yeah. So service, what I said, for bus air conditioning, we are going to add pan India service our already center in next 3 to 4 months. So we will have pan India service center for especially for bus air conditioning. But data center, I think OEM have to do the service. It's not in our scope because we supplying component to OEMs, and OEM will make complete HVAC system and they will supplying to complete. So still we are supplying in data center, so they are not asking service from us. But for railway and for bus air conditioning, for sure service is need. For bus air conditioning, we already started the building. So I think we already opened one area of one service center already, and already had almost 20 to 30 people in service till now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sridhar sir. Hardik sir, please go ahead. Hardik sir.
Yeah, so all my questions were answered by the previous ones. So thank you.
So 2 questions in the chat box. We are constantly in the downward operating margin since last 3 years and even TTM period. FY23 at 20% and FY24 at 19%, FY25 minus 16% and TTM at 15%. The new Capex came live just in Q4 FY25, which may compress a margin a bit. But what's the reason behind constant fall for 3 years?
I think for that I already answer from this year. I think we are going to achieve similar way, but from next year it will be start going up because of what I region already told. One is the electricity cost, export, then PLI, then REIPs, and of course PAT side income tax.
Thank you, sir. Manish sir, please go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, very quickly, I have 2 questions. One is, any plan to raise equity capital either for working capital requirement in our business or new Capex program, which we are right now in a planning stage, like third plant in South. So any plan for that?
So it's still not concluded, it's under discussion. So once board will approve, then we will let you know, but it's still not concluded.
So the capital raise will be for Capex program only, or working capital also we might raise?
No, we can go for working capital and as well as for this South facility and MCHX, but it's still not decided. So once we will conclude it, then we will let you know.
So by March end, we can conclude, sir?
I don't have exact timeline, but once we conclude, then let you know.
All right, sir. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Manish sir. Ketan ma'am, please go ahead.
Yes, so I just had 2 more questions. I wanted to understand, are we seeing good traction in the new products that we've entered? Are we done with the audits from our, potential customers? Could you share some progress on that side?
Yeah, so first product is bar and plate. For that, actually, main target is our Indian Railway. So for that is some set of the procedure. So they gave us proto order. We already supplied. Proto already fitted in the loco, electric loco, and now this loco is on field trial. So once 6 months will complete, then we will be eligible for development order for 20% of total order. So now we already completed 4.5 successful months. So once completed 6 months from now is 1.5 months after, then we will enter in development order from all electric loco set like DLW or CLW or service loco. So this is bar and plate. Other than this Indian Railway, we are on board or we signed the ND or we already receive RFQ or we already supplied the sample. I think almost more than 30 customer, particular that segment. So especially for off-road vehicles, heavy earth movers and compressors customers. And then other one is the refrigerator. So refrigerator we will already have. We already started supply with some OEMs and aftermarket and small OEMs for all four component. We already started building in last quarter only, and also we approved by Havels for that segment because Havels also going to start their refrigerator product near to us, in particular that segment. And then dryer cooler and refrigerator, of course, we are making for with some OEM, but dryer cooler also we receive one good order last month and already completed. This month I think is going to dispatch. Other than this technical tube, we already visited by because this is the limited capacity. So we only approached to three OEM. All three visited us. They approved us, and we already supplied sample two, and one we are going to supply. So, but it is the slightly long process from now for 2 to 3 months. So once they will approve, then supply will be started for this technical tube as well.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, I had some internet issues at my end. Did you mention something about the roll bond evaporators as well?
Yeah, so this refrigerator component, there is four component. One is the aluminum we call frost-free operator. Second one is the roll bond, and third one is the WOT condenser. So these all four component, we already started the supply to customer, and we onboard at least I think 10 to 15 customer already. Some major I already named this like Havels. They also approved us.
Okay, sir, that's amazing to know, sir. And so now on the capacity utilization side, you had guided for FY26, the new plant will be at 20%, and FY27, you're expecting it to touch 50% utilization. So, would you like to stick to the same percentages, or can we see any increase or decrease?
No, it's still on same.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we have three questions in the chat box. First is, are we facing issue in sourcing material from China? Currently, prices are also up for copper and aluminium. Will this affect margins in short term?
No, China, there is no challenge for us. We are buying some quantity from China as well, but for export especially. So against advance license, we are buying from China. And about margins, it slightly can be impact, but we have always keep like 2 month inventory and 1 month transit time. So it's not big impact, but quarter to quarter, of course, it will impact, but not to us. I think it will be OEM only.
Next question is, can you give a broad view on the total current market size of our company, given that we are getting into many different products and segments, and how much the total addressable market will increase in next 3 to 5 years?
So different because now we have almost 5 to 6 or 7 component or products. So different market have product have different market size, and our market size also is different. So I think that I have to summarize and then maybe I can reply one to one.
Next is, given that audits have happened, trials are going on, how much can we ramp up our revenue from new Capex in FY27?
Can you repeat this question? I'm able to understand.
Given that audits have happened, trials are going on, how much can we ramp up our revenue from new Capex in FY27?
So that is the same. This year we are going to like 20% for new facility and then 50% and then 80%. So it's I think same.
Thank you, sir. Investors, if there are any further questions, you can raise your hand or drop your questions in the chat box. So I think we have covered majority of the questions. So if there are no further questions, can we conclude the session here?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Thank you everyone for your time and participation. If there are any further questions, you can reach out to us at corporateaccess@kirinadvisors.com. Thank you. Have a great day ahead. Thank you, Santosh sir. Thank you, Jitendra
Thank
sir.
you, thank you, thank you
Thank
to
you.
all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.